Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. Joined as always by my good friends Chris, playing the noir detective, human inquisitive, rogue wizard Mannix.
Hello.
Heather playing the wickedly silent but deadly half-drow assassin rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle playing the popular and charismatic Triton bard of whispers Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond playing the heedlessly brave Tortle battle master fighter rogue George.
Hello.
And Reese playing the undead hating animal loving hill dwarf druid of the moon Theron.
Had to break the combo, didn't you?
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every
couldn't
Friday
do what everybody else
evening.
does.
Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind the scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. If you'd like to support the channel, check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, and Charles. Gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, Marco Stewart, Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, aka Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Auction, and Sam. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. For streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, the party arrived at the 300-foot-tall rocky spire known as Firefinger. Despite being there for Azaka, her fear of heights prevented her from joining them for the towering ascent. The area around Firefinger was surrounded by pterafolk, though they paid less attention to the spire itself. The party climbed a crumbling ladder into a cave. Mannix gingerly climbed down a pit, only to be ambushed by giant spiders. After dispatching the spiders, the party clumsily climbed through a shaft in the ceiling, knocking into each other and the walls several times before making it to the next level. Kaless spotted a dead body in a side cave and stealthily looted some treasures and trinkets before joining the others in crossing a perilous ledge outside. Theron was first up the next ladder and saw a pterafolk in a cave. Without hesitation, he wild-shaped into a dinosaur and leapt at the unsuspecting creature, quickly killing it, with the others still scrambling up the ladder. Kaless followed his lead, assassinating another who was enjoying a fireside snack. The final pterafolk put up a paltry fight, but the rest of the party arrived to help take it down. In the back of the cave, they found a captured Aarakocra, a bird creature. Gillian used her charm of understanding to give it the common tongue. His name was Nefir, and he had been captured while out scouting from his village of Kirsabal. He told the party that there were at least half a dozen more pterafolk who nested on the top of the spire, including a large, scarred leader named Narak, and pointed them toward a nearby shaft that reached right up to the top of the spire. The party considered how best to use this new ally, but Mannix had an epiphany. By using Silent Image, he could conjure a projection of Nefir escaping, hoping that the pterafolk would give chase. They began climbing to the top, noting that the hole opened up close to a trio of pterafolk. Mannix used the spell to create an extra irritating Aarakocra escaping and flying off. Narak sent the other two chasing after it, as the party prepared to launch their attack.
I was sneaking up behind.
Yep, we're all like in the bushes or something behind him, I believe. Some of us are.
Yep. Stealthing up behind him. Gotta get that stealth on.
Yeah, I need to remember, because we left off kind of... Let's see, had everybody made it to the top of this thing?
I think we had said that I was gonna wait to do the silent image until everyone was near the top, like coming at, like in the tunnel. I don't think everybody's out of the tunnel yet, but the people who aren't are like at the top of it, like climbing up. You know.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think we just need Gillian and Theron up at the top, because it looks like I rolled for... That was probably my roll for George, was the last thing we did. Which I think you guys have a rope to go up there. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
Gillian and Theron, give me athletics checks with advantage as you all climb the top of this rope, which was right next to the Aarakocra. Did you give him any kind of instructions, or just told him to peace out, by the way?
I think we told him to go to Azaka.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we told him to go to Azaka and like introduce himself and hang out with her.
I still have not been successful at loading Roll20, so
That is the first test.
you could just roll that for me. That would be
Okay.
great.
Failed. The roll.
Failed the Roll20 check. Let's do athletics with advantage. Skillian, you make it to the top, and it's pretty crowded.
I'm stealthing away to go stab that guy in the back.
Okay, so currently, I'm waiting for everybody to get to the top, but I guess I got ahead of us, so we're waiting for, okay, and Theron made it to the top as well. Alright, so all of you have made it out. This is where you're at, in case we're not looking at the right thing. You've got some bushes nearby, so you can kind of all get in there very, very carefully all nearby and get ready as Mannix casts this silent image projection of an Aarakocra swooping up to the ledge, flipping off the pterafolk, and then launching basically out. Now, the range on that spell is 60. So...
Yeah. And I think the idea was that not even that it would be a persistent thing. It's like...
Right.
Like he's basically the Aarakocra is basically gonna like flip him off, dive down like below the cliff that they're on, and then as soon as it's out of my sight, I think it disappears anyway because I don't have line of sight anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
So
what happens?
Basically just to distract them because like hopefully they will try to find him is
Right.
the idea.
Okay. So yeah, you cast it, it swoops down, and you try and maybe angle it to where it swoops down as far as you can before it loses your line of sight, and then that obviously that catches the attention of all three of these pterafolk, and then the biggest one barks out to go catch it. Food is escaping! Catch it! And the other two immediately turn around and just kind of clumsily look at each other and then dive off. So at the moment, they are diving towards the image, but you all know you don't have a whole lot of time right here because you know that thing is not gonna... you don't know what's gonna happen when it disappears, but it's gonna just disappear in front of them at some point. But right now, the two have left, and the bigger one is just kind of looking around with his back turned to you all. You also...
Stealthy.
From your point of view, you can see a lot more pterafolk. Obviously, you're 300 feet in the air right now. In fact, let me go ahead and just share that handout again, because that's a good visual. To always remind you about how freaking high you guys are.
Not that that's going to come up at all.
Yeah,
but...
so right now you guys are at the pinnacle, right there next to the base of the tower at the top, which is 300 feet tall. And you're right now in the corner of that. So, you see lots of pterafolk in the area flying at different elevations and different distances away. However, nearby, you see no less than 3 pterafolk within about like 30 or 40 feet right near that pinnacle. So you feel like you would not have a whole lot of time to do whatever you want to do before somebody just randomly notices you all. Although, obviously, there will be a stealth check involved here in terms of whatever you want to do, regardless.
Yeah.
Remember the last time Mannix got grabbed by a pterafolk?
I remember that. I was telling them last time. I believe Mannix and George are the only 2 people in this party who have experienced what it's like to be grabbed by a pterafolk.
Is my pass without trace still active?
I would probably think so, although you've been hit quite a few times, and I didn't do the concentration.
Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah. I would say no. I'd say if you want to, you have to recast it. But you could recast it if you wanted to.
I'm good.
Yeah, let's just get to it. Let's just get to the stabbing.
This is Mannix's carefully laid plan. Step 1, silent projection image of the blah blah blah. It just goes on. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, get to the stabbing.
Yep.
Step 4, profit. Alright, if anybody wants to do anything and try to get off a surprise round, it is going to require a stealth check.
I already did mine.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I'm in the back with my crossbow. My intention is that so I'm not even trying to like stealth up. When I see Kaless stealth up and do her assassin stab, then I'll take a shot. Hopefully, I'll surprise them with my shot at the same time.
Come on, George.
So you're not trying to get a surprise round, in other words? You're just waiting for...
I am, but I'm just not trying to approach. I'm trying to stay where I am, just sort of in the bushes.
Yeah, 15.
A range surprise.
The careful, calculated
25.
surprise.
There we go. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, 22, you can definitely maneuver.
I'm just gonna ready in action.
Okay. What would you like to ready? For Overwatch?
Can I do a bonus action then ready in action?
I don't know. I think you can trigger that you do something if the enemy does something.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and cast that.
Should have lag.
Yep. That's how it looks.
Shalag. That's great. Alrighty. George, with a 22, you can definitely get wherever you want also.
So, am I understanding you correctly that if we want to even do anything during the surprise round, we're going to need a stealth check?
Yes.
Okay.
Just by like
I'll
hanging
go
around here and
ahead.
trying to like get the jump on anybody.
All right. I'll attempt it then at least.
I'll attempt it.
So we're just gonna be attacking the pterafolk. That's what's happening after we get ready.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens if I try to do something and I fail my stealth check? Can I just not do that thing, or am I just going to attack all the birds?
If you fail if you fail the stealth check, you just won't be included in the surprise round. So this is the stealth check is just the reward for getting the kind of ambush off right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kales and George, you all creep up on this pterafolk who's kind of scanning around, and pretty much the moment that you reach him, you see Mannix's image just kind of disappear into the air, and then the pterafolk are kind of left like flying around, scratching their heads, and the big one is like, What happened? Where did it go? So Theron and Gillian, if you guys could give me stealth checks, if you would like the surprise round. Oops. There we go. No surprise round for you. All right, let's get
What about for me?
Let's get initiative. Pterafolk are not very observant, but those are bad stealth rolls.
Thank you.
Let's get some initiative, and then we can have a surprise round for the rogues and /rogue multiclass people.
Everyone in the party.
Yeah, basically. Half the
Zoom.
party. I can actually, for once, change my thing to Pterafolks. I think that's all I have right here. All right, so this is the surprise round, and as I said, you've got the pterafolk over here who are still not terribly far away from the platform, and then there are more just kind of flying around this general area that feel like they are close enough that they might be a problem. But Gillian has the jump on everybody. Or no, she doesn't. She's not in the surprise round. Kales has the jump on everybody.
She's really getting ready. She's getting ready for that.
Really real hard, yeah.
Alright.
Just charging
remind
up.
myself. Okay.
Ooh, his Hassan gets to go very first. That's
Yeah.
And it's a surprise round, so if I hit him, it's a critical hit.
yes.
I need a rag to wipe my flop sweat.
Well,
22
that's
will hit.
14.
Alright, so this is regular damage, so I'll
If
have
you
to roll
double
it
crit again, I'm
for-
taking this headset off.
I don't know. Hang on, let's see if this works. Alright. Cats
Do
are
you,
having...
do you just hit rate, or I guess it's only the base damage. So you just,
Yeah, so I've got to roll the damage again. So
you
it'd
just
be
roll
the sneak attack and the base damage again.
Yep.
So that's...
3d6 and 1d8.
Oh, I didn't roll initiative.
Just do
Dang
that.
it, George.
Well,
So do you get? Are you rolling the
I get
auto crit?
both of- yeah, I'm rolling the extra damage. Hang on.
Okay.
I'm very excited for what's about to happen.
that's pretty good. So how? That's 32 damage total.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's an assassin's first turn. That's
Holy guacamole! Well, that is massive damage.
How many pterafolk would you like to kill?
that's right. Your blade arcs from Terrafolk to Terrafolk.
As you sink that, let's see, how bad is that? Fails the con. A 3. I believe
I don't
puts
think
him
it's dead.
on
I think
his ass. Drops to 0 hit points, but is stable. So, Kales,
Yeah.
you sneak up on the large, scarred. He's got this wicked scar coming from the top of his face all the way down. through
Oh,
his
that was
wing.
the boss Terrafolk?
Yeah, because he sent his
Oh.
lackeys off. And you just managed to just kind of study him for half a second as you sneak up and just sink your blade just in the back of his spine, and he just kind of twitches for a second and makes a little whimpering sound, and then just fucking goes down and just crumples to the ground.
Oh, Terrafolk boss, we hardly knew you.
Can I then move stealth into the bushes and wait for the next ones?
Yeah, you can do this as a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just go wait into bushes.
Give me a stealth check too. Although you would have to completely shit the bed to basically not be stealthy in that.
Aw.
Literal diarrhea.
Literally just everywhere.
Everyone can smell it. You
Yep.
cannot hide.
All right, surprise round. Oh, George, you had a 19.
Yeah, I forgot to roll.
Okay, I guess we'll go George next.
Wait, so the other two pterafolk know we're here, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're about. I'm putting them on the map here because you can see where they went, but they are probably about 30 feet out and kind of down at a little bit of an angle. There are others
30
flying
feet
around.
out.
They're a little further out.
But they don't know we're here?
Mm-mm.
Not at the moment, but they were kind of looking around, and you have a feeling in half a second they'll turn around to look
Their
back at
leader
the boss.
looks real bad, though.
Can
They're
I
beginning
pick
to
up?
wonder.
Can I pick up the pterafolk and throw them off?
You sure can.
Tumbling corpse. Hold on, we didn't loot that corpse. Wow, these Terrafolk don't carry it.
They don't have anything.
You're talking about the leader pterafolk. I thought you were just throwing a throw off a regular pterafolk.
Oh. He fights
They'll
back.
fly back up.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Fool.
No, the dead one. Pterafolk have lean, lightweight bodies that weigh between 180 and 250 pounds.
Oh.
Huh?
He says as he tosses off
did
the
he
corpse.
just did he just black out and recite facts about the enemy?
All right. Do I have to roll, or can I just pick them up and throw them over?
You can pick him up and
Ooh,
well,
use them as a weapon. Try to hit one of the others.
That's what I wanted to, but 30 feet might be a little bit too far out.
Yeah.
that's pretty tough. Give me a strength check to try, because he's a body. In fact, he's actually has 0 hit points and is stable, so he's technically not dead. But
He's just asleep.
he's just
gonna
asleep.
be-
Yeah, he's unconscious, but he is still a lot bigger than you.
Yeah, but I'm strong.
You are strong, so give me a athletics check and prove your strength.
Athletic check.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
You very strong. You very strong.
George slowly picks up the body, and he just hurls it over the side.
it's just a show of force. Just,
Yeah. If any pterafolk weren't aware of you, they sure as hell are now, as they see this big one just plummeting to the ground.
You see your leader.
Yeah.
Your
Go
leader that
chase.
weighs between 100 and 100.
Like, it was my Thanksgiving weight.
That seems oddly lean for how big they seem on.
They have
Right.
bird
They-
bones.
They have to fly.
Yeah,
so-
that is true.
They have dinosaur bird reptile bones.
So with his
Technically.
25, does he get to hit one of the other pterafolk with the body as a fall?
I don't think that's gonna happen. You try to like nail it down, and with a good hearty throw, it goes, you know, maybe 5 or 10 feet out, and then immediately just plummets.
George said, "He's still alive if you catch him."
That's actually, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, immediately the other pterafolk are just looking at that, looking up, going, "Ah!"
That was my action, so yeah, that's it.
All right, final surprise round is Mannix, and as I mentioned, there's pterafolk basically kind of all around you at various distances. If you
Okay.
wanted to- I don't know what the
Are
range
there any
is.
like to the north that are like above the building or something that I can't see the map but that I can see in the game?
They're more just kind of out away from the spire, but they're
Oh, okay.
probably within your. What's the range on your weapon?
My crossbow range is 3120.
Okay. From here, they're not within 30, but they would be within 120 for sure.
Okay, that's a disadvantage. Well, screw it. The boss went down, so
I'm
I
emboldened.
have to use my. That's right. No, I'm gonna pull out the wand of magic mints,
Want a magic mints?
and let's explode all of the magic mints onto one of these pterafolk.
Go for it.
What
What's
is
the
that?
range of magic missile?
That's a good question. Never bother to look that up.
Isn't it like 120 or something?
It's either.
like
I
a
feel like
pretty
every spell is either 60 or 120.
Yeah, 120.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely within range of that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think we determined 6 charges, which is just enough to where it doesn't break. I think that's 8. It's 3 plus 5. Yeah, it's 8.
Wow. Those are powerful mints.
They're powerful mints. Sparkly green spearmint mints. Explode outward and hit one of those pterafolk. Oh, it's D4. It's not D6. What am I doing?
We don't know.
I
Too
mean,
much.
Okay. Too much. Let's try that.
It's 1d4. That still seems like pretty good damage.
Yeah.
All right, you blast it. Excuse me. All of the mints at one. I assume you're targeting all of them at one pterafolk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They just perforate this one that's flying by, hasn't even really even looked over yet, and it just holes appear all through it, and it just kind of shivers for a second, and then just starts plummeting in midair. And now you start hearing like screams and cries from around the spire.
2 down.
That's right. Well, we're in it now.
It's the end game.
Can I duck into this building, the spire?
Yeah, that's a tower. How tall that? 30-foot tall tower that has a roaring flame floating in the air, hovering above it. The tower itself
Okay.
has what look like a bunch of sleeping pallets and nests. There's a little campfire set inside, and also treasure chests.
Ah. This look like pterafolk beds and nests?
They're supposed to be, but this map is very strange, and it just looks like people beds. But
Like cots.
yes,
Sleeping bags.
yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna duck in here. Alright.
All right, so now we go to the normal round, and we start with Gillian.
Okay. I will fire my circlet of blasting at the pterafolk closest to me.
Okay.
It has a range of 120.
I think you see one flying somewhere over to the south side that you can target.
Okay.
You guys have some long-range attacks. Holy crap.
This whole thing just became a bunch of pterafolk fly around the tower.
120. That's what my character sheet says. I don't remember ever confirming, like looking that
Her
up.
arms are really long.
It's Ray of Fire is the spell, which I think... Or is it... Wait, is it not Ray of Fire? What's the...
It's
3 rays of
Scorching
fire.
Ray,
Scorching Ray, thank you.
Scorching Ray.
which has a range of 120.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I was looking up. Yep. That is correct. Alright, 17 does hit for 6. 9 does not. 16 does. You fire off laser blasts into the nearest pterafolk, singeing its wings as it cries out angrily.
This whole like tower is just exploded into like fireworks.
Yes! Just firing things off left and right. Anything else?
I'm gonna move back here, but that's all.
Probably a good idea. George!
George is gonna pull out his crossbow. They're still 30 feet away, you said?
These ones, yes. They're now definitely looking in your direction.
He's just gonna pull out his crossbow, or not crossbow, his peacemaker longbow, and sorry, which one had the others been firing? 2 or number 3?
Gillian just shot actually one that's not on your map right now because it's a lot farther away.
Oh, well, I'm just going for number 2.
Okay. It's hard to. This is the hard part about Roll20. It's very hard to abstract like 3-dimensional battlefields of great distances. It's also hard for you to fire a bow, apparently.
Yells out. George yells out, "That was a warning shot."
We've already like perforated 3 of them.
That was
Throwing
my
their
warning
dead
shot.
boss at them wasn't the warning shot.
That was a pre-warning shot.
That was liberation.
This is your second warning.
We're not. We didn't level up last time, did we?
No, sir. Good try.
That's a good try. I would have used the extra attack at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it.
Kaless.
Alright. I will pop out of the bushes. And then with my short bow, which has an 80-foot range, shoot at one of the ones like number 2 here. Yeah, let me turn. Yeah, it's normal. Wait, does sneak attack work on range attack?
It does, but the same rules apply, where you have to have advantage on that
advantage,
attack.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was stealthed before, so I would have advantage. You made me roll a stealth check to hide in the bushes.
Does stealth give you? Does stealth grant advantage?
I believe so.
Does it? Okay.
Attacking from stealth. That's why I was doing it earlier. I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hold on, let me turn my advantage on then. Where is it? There it is.
Didn't need it.
Lord.
Yeah.
22 damage. Glez, you send a arrow piercing through a pterafolk eye. Just
Fun.
right through the brain, and just it shudders and begins to plummet.
Alright, I'm dropping right back down into the bushes. I'm pulling a Mannix.
Dear Lord.
Puts on a lot of damage.
No, that was stealth. But
Put
yeah, I
out a
did
lot of
22.
stealth.
Yeah.
You still put out a lot of damage.
Yeah, 22 damage and then a 25 stealth roll.
Yeah. Alright, the pterafolk finally get to realize what's going on here after a lot of them are already dead. This one will swoop back up, flying straight at George. 30 feet.
Ninja.
Diving.
Vengeance for its master.
Scream.
Yeah, and it's got a spear in its hand that it's going to try to stab at you with. It's a 19 hit.
Yes, it does.
Alright. That does 7 piercing damage, and you are frightened until the end of your next turn, as it has done its terror dive and screamed at you with claws and beak outstretched. Parry him. Wow. Reduce almost all that damage with the parry.
I'm still frightened though.
You are frightened. It is going to then bite you.
Unsuccessfully.
And then it's going to try to grab you, George, with a free claw.
That's right, these fuckers can do 3 things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And this is a athletics check for me, and either athletics or acrobatics for you. However, because you're frightened, you have disadvantage.
Does the pterafolk have disadvantage because a turtle weighs 500 pounds?
Hey, pterafolk are pretty strong, dude. Look how big they are.
Yeah, but we figured out that they only weigh like 100 pounds.
Right? It's a 100-pound guy lifting a 500-pound turtle.
Like,
They carried George off that one time.
That was when he was a wee turtle.
Oh. Well, it didn't roll very well. It makes you feel better. Ooh, with disadvantage, George. Wait,
Wow.
if it's contested... No, I think we decided that it stays... it's like a wash, so... The status quo remains. So you are not grabbed. And it
He
stays...
scrapes at his shell as he turns tail.
Alright, another pterafolk comes screaming in 50 feet off the side at Gillian. And it's going to attempt to basically do the exact same maneuver. A javelin strike first. Oh, 7.
Wow.
So you are not frightened because it did not hit with that attack. Then it is going to try to... Well, it used all its movement to fly at you, so it's not going to try to grab at you. Instead, it's just going to do another javelin attack. Oh, boy.
Aww.
And then bite you with its beak. Come on. What is your AC?
Is this the one
13.
she singed with her circlet?
13! It is. This is the one that's got the fire, like, burned. It's got scorch marks in there. So this one is damaged. So it bites you for 7. And then a third one comes screaming in from the east side at Theron, but also uses its full speed. So it's going to try to do its terror dive, but not grab.
Where? Is he attacking through this shadow to
What
the
is
right
that,
side of my body?
I can delete that. That's a bush.
Oh no!
Tried to put some shadows there to make it look like you guys could be stealthy in the hole, but they're kind of in the way, I think.
At that point, it's like, nope, put it back. Don't want to see
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, put it back. So 23 for 6 damage, and you are frightened until the end of your next turn. And then just gonna do another javelin poke. Ooh, this is the good one. About for 17.
Dear Lord.
Let's throw a bite on top of it.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, alright. Darren's got the biggest AC of all of you. Another 5. How much damage did this do? 17 and 11?
28. 28.
Wow.
Is that all
That's
to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you are frightened.
28 is the exact amount to take from Mannix from 100 to 0.
He goes, my God, that would have killed a lesser man, namely me.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, those are all the pterafolk in your immediate vicinity. Theron, you see more in the distance, but you gauge it would take some time for them to become a problem in combat.
Okay. And what does it mean that I'm frightened?
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. Which you're already as close as you can be. So you have disadvantage on everything while you're in line of sight of that pterafolk.
So I can attack Theron's pterafolk, and he can attack mine.
Let's try Terrafolk.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. You just can't. You just have disadvantage while they're in line of sight.
Okay.
You don't have to. You're not tied to that creature by any means. The only thing is you just can't move closer to that creature. But both of you are as close as you can be to your respective creatures anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna use Staff of Thorns to cast Wall of Thorns.
Okay.
Which is basically a wall from through there.
Okay.
And
You have a spell card you can.
yeah, I need to put it in there. Take 70 slashing damage on a failed save versus Dex.
60
no,
feet
sorry,
long. That wall is like hovering in midair on part of this thing.
Probably like goes off the edges of the tower or the spire and then just sort of sags on
Yeah.
the other sides.
Yeah.
Like a
Sorry, the
slinky.
first round is piercing damage instead.
The wall appears. Each creature in the area must make a Dex saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 7d8 piercing damage, or half as much on a successful one. Okay, so is it thorns on both sides, or only one side? Creature can move through the wall.
Yeah, I'd say it's both sides.
Okay. First time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there. Okay. Alright, so Dex saves on the top one. What's your DC?
15.
Probably better than
Wow.
8. Okay. Alright, the top one fails and takes 35 damage. Holy ballsacks. That is massive damage. And it's half damage otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
which is 17.
Yep.
That actually kills this one because it was already had the scorch marks from Gillian. And then the top one has to save for massive damage. Which it does not. And that one also goes down
Wow.
Yay.
as a
Perforate
very
those.
powerful spell, yeah. So you put this wall of thorns all the way up on this corner and immediately just pokes holes and shreds both the pterafolk right there on the edge. And they
I have
just
it on my character sheet now.
scream and cry out. Nice. Alright, Mannix.
Oh, well, the one he could see just got horrifically maimed by thorns.
That's what happens when you make me frightened. You won't
Yeah.
like me when I'm frightened.
Spellcasters don't really give a shit too much if they've got the saving throw spells, yeah.
Right.
Fear doesn't
Since
seem to
the
actually...
So his frighten is dead. Does that release his frightened status?
It should. It doesn't say it does, but I would assume that if the source of your fear is dead, you're no longer afraid.
Yeah, that counts as out of line of sight. So it
That's
doesn't.
true.
After
There's no
years.
sight coming from
Unless
those
you're
eyes.
so afraid, you're not sure if it's still dead or not.
I am going to, before I step out, attempt to stealth here in this building. Like, press myself into the wall. I don't know if that works or not.
Can you meld into stone?
Can I meld into the
Is
stone?
Mannix not stone? 12 is just good enough, you feel like, to...
Oh, wow.
They are not the most observant.
Alright. Then I will pop out and take a shot at the pterafolk engaged with George. Ha!
Oh,
For
boy.
a crit. 17
24.
plus 7 is 24.
Oh, you guys are doing some bananas damage. Alright, and your con saving throw, that is massive damage. Finally made a massive damage save.
Wow. Alright, then I'm gonna duck back inside the building.
That arrow goes piercing into its chest, just... It's like rockets back.
That's not the one that's damage plus 5?
That's what? Damage plus 5?
Where the save is like the total damage plus 5? What's that?
Oh, that's the zombie undead fortitude.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, this is just the generic massive damage, which is the DC 15 con saving throw.
Gotcha.
Gillian.
Okay. I will hop on over here and attack number 3. With my crossbow.
14 hits.
Then my rapier. Boom.
Alright, between the two whirlwinded attacks you have, the crossbow you fire first, it kind of knocks into the shoulder and it jerks back just enough for you to swing out with your sword and impale it with the part that jerked forward, and then it just kind of shudders for a second and then slumps down and is dead. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys out. You just killed a lot. Out of initiative. However, the DM is going to warn you that there are numerous pterafolk in the area, and they are all very alerted to what's going on at this pinnacle right now.
How many? Next, we'll put the lens of the glasses down and lets him see far away things clearly.
Yeah.
George says, "You will not fear me," and he picks up this pterafolk and throws him off too.
Just throw them all off. It's probably better anyway.
With my 22.
Give me a perception check, Mannix.
Alright. Advantage with my glasses.
You are pretty certain that there are about another 8 pterafolk flying around the vicinity that seem to be alerted to your presence, but they are far enough away that they're not... combat only lasts, that whole sequence was like 30 seconds or something.
Right.
You know pterafolk are fast, but you wager if you hang out at the top for a while, then all those pterafolk will eventually reach you. Goodness.
Alright, I will warn everyone of that, of what I see, and that we don't have much time. The enemy approaches, and we should probably get what we came here for, which is probably in this room. With that, let's go look at some treasure chests.
Just come out of the shadows.
That's the wrong approach, Mannix. You should instead say, "We just have enough time to sharpen our weapon."
Who wants to kill 8 more pterafolk?
You guys go inside. I'll be out here.
Oh lord.
Or is just readying himself.
Just kidding. I'll follow. I'll follow you.
You definitely see them heading towards you, but you wager you've got some time. Inside, you see 2 chests that seem to be full of a large amalgamation of loot and treasures and trinkets that the pterafolk have presumably gotten off their victims. It takes you... you don't really want to spend too much time, like, itemizing everything, but since this is D&D, I'm going to go ahead and itemize it for you. But it's all
Somebody
within
will do it
various, like,
later,
knapsacks and, things. But you find 2,000 copper pieces splued around in various little purses and bags and things. 750 silver pieces. A sack with 4 moonstones, which are white gems with pale blue glow. And you see a series of like wooden tubes that seem to contain preserved spell scrolls. And I think... I'm not sure if any of these are bard spells, but I know they're probably all wizard spells. Spell scrolls of invisibility, hypnotic pattern, and arcane lock. And then finally, tucked under one of the bags, you see what looks like a wooden mask stylized in the shape of a jungle cat that seems to radiate magical energy. And this is the object that Azaka told you about.
That's why we're here. Okay. The pterafolk says.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll take the mask.
Okay, we're going to have to give that away pretty soon here. Just FYI.
Oh.
I don't want to... Well.
Fine, I won't take the mask.
George, chat wants to know if you have a new favorite enemy in the pterafolk.
It's got a lot, I think.
It's kind of like an Arya-style list now.
No.
The world is my favorite enemy.
Yeah. The world that wronged me.
It will always be the grung.
That's damn grung. I'm trying to see which spells. The only one that's a wizard only is Arcane Lock. So I will take that one. Do you want the other 2 spell scrolls, Gillian?
Sure.
Hypnotic pattern and invisibility. All right, the rest of that stuff we can split up when we get. I mean, we can split it up now, but we don't need to like deliberate on it.
Get out your bean counters, everyone.
Exactly.
Take the stuff and go.
Yeah, let's take the stuff and go. Whatever.
Yeah.
We can do the math real quick, but in the meantime, we're leaving.
400 copper and 150 silver.
Yep. 400 and 150.
Alright.
You wager the
Guess we have to go
pterafolk
back
are
down then.
about just a couple hundred feet away.
Well, we're going back down the way we came, right?
You tell me.
I mean, if we
Are
want
we?
to, if we want to avoid, just these pterafolk, like if you guys can't tell what the pterafolk are trying to do to us, they're more likely want to pick us up and drop us off this tower.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go invisible now, so I'm good.
Screw you guys. Zip.
I'm kind of stealthy enough that I can go invisible, so.
Well, yeah. All those things are true. But yeah, going down the hole is probably the best way to actually avoid fighting these guys on their
What was your
territory.
sage wisdom about holes we learned last session?
Nothing bad comes out of a hole. I don't know.
Something like that.
Only good things come out of holes.
Yeah.
I don't. In retrospect, I'm not sure
Picture
that it
just
holds up.
sitting in front of a fireplace with a book and a scotch and a pipe. Now you remember, kids. Only good things come out of holes. This has been Sage Wisdom with Dr. Mannix.
Yeah. So let's go back in the hole. That's where the good thing's coming out of it.
Makes sense. The rope is still there, so it would require athletics checks to carefully shimmy down said rope.
All right, let's do some shimmying.
Down the rope we
and
go.
that's with advantage because of the rope, right?
Correct. I need advantage athletics checks from everybody going down the shaft.
Oh, geez.
I'll tell you, whole traversal, not this party structure. Like,
You
we're
said
doing
only
a lot
good
of
things.
But when you're
out of holes, not go back into them.
that's right. It's when we're in the hole that the problem starts.
I apparently just dive into the hole.
Yeah, just face first.
Boy, and two of you needed the advantage too. Good lord. Gillian, give me a dexterity saving throw to try to scrabble onto something as you fall.
Let's see how many teeth you lose.
Hey.
She's going down that one real fast.
Yeah, that's right.
That's pretty good. All right, you fall the last 20 feet down, taking 6 damage. Not so much of a graceful as your hands slip from the rope a bit and scrape against rocks.
Totally unlike Gillian.
It is.
You all make it to the 3rd level. I'm not going to necessarily switch you from map to map, but unless things happen. And you all stare at the cave and note that the pterafolk are, at this moment, about 200 feet away and closing pretty fast. And you look down and notice you have to climb down a ladder and then go along that ledge outside to get to the next cave. And you wager that given your current speed, they would probably catch you around the time you were trying to get into that cave.
I put my balloon pack on just in case.
Just yeah, I've got mine on. I've got mine on.
I have all my
That's fine.
things turned on right now.
Just FYI.
Be prepared to burn the ladders down after we climb down to slow them.
There you go.
God for that.
The smoke will confuse them.
I'll confuse their senses.
Their vision is based on smoke.
No, not smoke.
Their vision is based on clear skies.
Their vision is based on the absence of smoke. The only way they can navigate.
They're more human than we thought.
It's just like us. We also have to navigate in non-smoke. That's not that unique.
Why are we fighting?
So you've got a ladder. That is 60. Yeah, 60 feet. 60-foot ladder on the outside that goes down into the ledge to get to the 2nd level.
Anyone have a dimension door?
Yeah. We teleport away from here.
So I guess mainly, assuming y'all are just kind of continuing along this path together, I need to get a kind of, I would say, marching order, but you're definitely not marching. So as a reminder, you guys are now at that point at the upper ledge here, looking down at the top ladder. Is where you are.
Right. You gotta go down the ladder and into the next cave.
Yep.
I'll
George,
go last.
Oh, George is gonna go last also.
It's a competition for who's going last.
I was just
I'm
gonna go
gonna
last
jump.
because I have the balloon pack.
Just kidding.
I was gonna go last to defend the rear. So which one seems more noble?
Mannix is gonna tie a rope around his waist and then tie the other end of the rope to one of his party members. He hasn't decided which one yet.
Pick the 500-pound turtle.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
I'll drag you both down.
I was gonna say you're gonna tie yourself to George. You maniac. Your life expectancy just went.
No, I'll tie it to George. I feel like I'm more likely to get grabbed than George, at least. I don't know if George leaps off to his death, then we're both screwed, but...
He's gonna try to helicopter down.
That's right.
What makes you think I won't survive?
So we'll go Kaless, rear, then George, then Mannix, tied to each other. Who wants to be front, Gillian or Theron?
I'll just go front, stay away from this Mannix George mess.
It's Mannix George combo.
This seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
I'm also going to cast Enhance Ability on myself, which gives me advantage on dex checks, and I don't get injured from falls less than 20 feet.
Well, you're in luck. You're at a height of definitely greater than 20 feet.
Well, if I am slipping down the rope like I was before, and I just fell 20 feet a minute ago.
Ah, that is true.
Just
Yeah.
fell 20
That is true. That might
You
come in
didn't slip
handy.
down. You didn't slip down the rope. You completely missed the rope.
But I think I scrambled and grabbed onto it, and then and didn't fall the entire way. So I only
Yeah,
fell 20
yeah.
feet.
All right, so you guys go down the ladder very carefully. As you do, you see the pterafolk heading towards you. You get to where you are all off the ladder, and you are now all heading towards the ledge situation. I'm gonna add you.
How far are they out?
So you are right here, and at this point, I'm gonna put you all in combat because they are now within 50 feet of you.
Because I was gonna say I was gonna start taking pot shots at them to
Yeah.
just like scare them back.
Yeah. So give me some initiative.
Oh boy, this is... I don't like the situation. There's no place to hide on this ledge. This is just all... Great.
All right. So here's the situation. You all are going. As I mentioned, Gillian's in the front, so you all are trying to reach this kind of cave here. There is a ladder here, but it does not. If I want to pull that map back up, that ladder goes nowhere. It's just kind of broken off at the bottom. So you remember the cave goes in, and that has another one of those kind of rock chimneys to go down to level 1.
Yeah.
Kaless, you are first. As I mentioned, they are 50 feet away. You see particularly 3 of them are within 50 feet.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shoot at them then. Cause yeah,
I mean, we want to be shooting and moving, right?
yeah.
We want to be actually getting out
I'm
of
in
here.
the back.
Yeah, you
so-
can.
Yeah, you can, and there's not going to be really any
Yeah,
chance
you're
to
kinda
go,
stuck.
around people.
Oh, yeah.
I can push you and the turtle off the ledge, but
Out of my way!
It's every half draft for themselves. 21 will certainly hit. 07.
and then that's all I'll do for now.
Gillian.
It's like I'm going like in a defensive stance or type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Look as regal as you can while like on a precarious ledge with winds just rocketing by.
Alright, I'm gonna slide forward. And then I'll also try to hit one, I guess, if whoever, I don't know, if the same one is in range that Clutch just tried to hit. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Into the winds!
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going forward. Let's
Choom.
see, so that was like 15, 20. I guess I can get like here, I think.
Okay.
Damn crickets.
You hear him?
Yes.
All right, it's the pterafolk's turn. One of them is going to dive straight forward, 50 feet. That's Kaless.
Of course.
Dare you shoot at me? Javelin. No frightened for you.
No.
Second javelin. Oh dear.
She starts laughing in its face at this point.
It just tries to bite at you. Jesus.
Wow.
I flustered him so much by laughing in his face.
Did. Those are some really bad rolls.
His wings just flapping against the rock face. Just
Yep. This one flies in at Mannix. You can see this, right? Barely. Yeah.
Kinda.
I can see a portion of them. Yeah.
That portion is gonna attack you now.
Oh no, not that portion.
It's the worst portion. There we go.
Oh no.
9 damage to Mannix, and you are frightened as it terror dives at you. It just does a screeching. Stabs you with a javelin. Another javelin. Strike. Ugh.
11 doesn't hit.
And it tries to bite you
Even
with
Mannix is
its
on the jacket.
beak.
18 works. Damn. All right,
7.
I'm immediately in bad shape.
Guys, medic.
It doesn't take much.
See, Mannix is the real reason I bought all of those health potions.
Right, I'm gonna be going down real quick, guys.
Here's a conundrum, Theron. You see one of them fly in and block you on the ledge. And,
This is that scene in Jurassic Park 3.
Yes.
Pterodactyls on the walkway.
Damn it, no frightened for you. What is your AC? 18? No, Jesus.
I'm at 18 now.
Assholes, your incredible AC. Oh, that one does not get any hits off, though.
Only Mannix took it up the bum.
Yeah. Alright, that was all the pterafolk in the area. George. They are, the two over there are now hovering in midair, kind of just attacking you all. And then there's one on the ledge.
I guess I'll go after the. I can reach the one attacking Mannix, alright? I can.
I think you can reach both
melee.
of them, yeah.
Okay, I'll melee. Where's my weapon? God damn. Wait, Pterafolk is 14, I think, right? Not that I just know that.
What do you have, like, the
We've been
almanac
fighting-
over there? He's just, like, looking up all this pterafolk information.
We've been fighting these guys long enough. We should have a good idea.
What is a Pterafolk?
Not
Using
too
my
high.
other hand. A bit better.
18 will
Yeah.
hit. Oops, I forgot to put these guys in the numbers, didn't I?
Yes, you
Let's
did.
go. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Alright, which one are you attacking?
Number 2.
Number 2 for 11.
That's a protect the one I'm tied to.
Yeah. Mannix has gone pale. Alright, Theron.
How far is the drop?
You are now, you're at the halfway point on the spire, which is, by your calculations, approximately 160 feet in the air.
I could survive this.
I'm thinking about it. Don't rush me.
Oh, you should jump on the back of the pterafolk and make him fly you down.
Yeah. Like
You're my
pulling his ears
mount
like
now.
antenna.
I own you.
I'll cast Shillelagh again.
The old
No,
shillelagh.
he won't. So, can't shoot
There's no
Shillelagh.
such spell.
And I'll attack the pterafolk in front of me.
Ooh, mercy.
See, when you call it a shell lag, it crits.
So do you have to roll, or do you already plug that in? Oh, you've got it plugged in.
plugged
Nice.
it in.
Oh, yeah, you do. Nice. For 11. That's a pretty solid bonking.
It is.
Not quite massive damage, but you definitely ring his bell a bit when you just clonk it over his face. Ah! Mr. Mannix.
After I bonk him, I say, "You shall let me pass."
I understood that reference.
All right. I'm just going to pull out my rapier and try to green flame blade that sucker.
Green flame.
Blade.
Thank you.
$16.
16 will hit.
No.
Sure will.
All right, so all three of those are things. So that's
He's activated all
They
the things.
sure are.
the piercing is the regular attack, sneak attack, and then fire is the green flame.
Yikes. 17?
17.
All right.
No, isn't that 16? No, you're at 17. Sorry.
Almost.
That's so close.
Yeah. You wield this flame with the blade, and the flames singe through and slice this pterafolk, and actually you cut him really deep, and then the flames kind of get into his nostrils, and he inhales them and shudders and chokes for a second, and then actually gives out a coughing scream and falls down.
Boy. Oh, what do I do now? Now I leap off the edge. No, I guess I'm done. I can't move. Can't go anywhere. Getting claustrophobia.
Coalesce. Oh, you got plenty of open space there. No need to be claustrophobic.
Alright, now that this guy's nicely hovering in front of me, as I'm still laughing in his face,
She hasn't stopped laughing since
No.
this whole thing began.
as soon as the big
That's
one
creepy.
went down, she just started.
Yeah, that's right.
18 damage to him.
All right, you pull out and stick your rapier right in its face.
Still laughing.
2 falls down.
Then I'll end my turn there because I can't go anywhere.
Gillian,
Stupid.
you can hear lots of
I'll
noises
sit
coming
and
from
bang my-
outside.
You turn around and none of us have followed you in the cave.
I know. So it's like, I'm gonna yell back to you guys and be like, so are you coming, or should I just go on my own?
You're our only hope now.
So
My pterafolk's
peaceful,
like,
actually.
we're coming.
Aye.
Literally blocked at the pass. So.
The only one they didn't kill is the one blocking them.
We shall
And
not
sneak back
pass.
around. Save the day. Okay. Let me pull up my character sheet. All right. I will do my best to shoot him in the eye. Oh, 13?
13 does hit.
Okay. 8 piercing damage.
That is solid. Shoots him right in the back of the wing. It turns and glares at you, but you notice it's got a lot of blood pouring out of it now.
Excellent. And then I will say something really ugly to it to really just.
How dare you! My mother was a saint!
So it's a, let's see, a 3d6 at level 5
Wow.
for an extra 11 damage.
You shoot it with the bow and then say something so
And
heinous.
then knock-
No one,
jump off
no
the
one.
roof and just commit suicide.
I can't! It just
No,
stares at you with just sad, weeping eyes.
His eyes get real big.
You see his eyes roll up in the back of his head, and he just falls silently. Just falls off the ledge. Clearly, permanently psychologically scarred, unable to even sustain himself.
I feel like the rest of the party is just like staring with jaws.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what did she say to
Like,
him?
none of us heard it. Like there was a big gust of wind, so none of us. I was talking to him. Him just fucking killing himself and falling off the cliff. What the hell?
Gillian, you can have a point of inspiration for
Thank you.
using psychic blades, having killed himself.
And then I'm just gonna move back a little bit more.
So you guys are now out of combat. The pterafolk, there are more still coming, but none of them are within combat distance of you. So you feel like you can all duck inside the ledge at this point.
Yay!
You see the cave in front of you. This is the cave that Kales stealthily grabbed some loot from, and then the chute down to level 1 further in the cave.
Ooh.
Hole.
Arrows sort of pointing the way.
Yeah, why are those? I guess because
Handy.
Because I think I did the box of, yeah, I don't know why that's that. What is that arrow even pointing to? That's not pointing to anything.
It's like
Just
pointing to
then,
the wall.
two enemies burst through the wall.
I must have grabbed
What's
that
that
from another
arrow for?
map when I was moving things around. There's a lot of arrows here.
Pointing to where the Kool-Aid man is coming through the wall.
That's right. He's coming.
It's this way.
Oh yeah.
So this one does not have a rope on it, but you guys could presumably grab a rope and do the same maneuver. This is a
Yeah. Let's do that.
This is a 90-foot climb. However, I don't know if you have a rope that's actually.
I think most ropes are only 50 feet long.
Oh, a rope expert, are
Wait.
we?
I thought my rope was here.
Is it?
Yeah. I thought my rope was here because once I made it all the way up, I put my rope down so that way everyone would have advantage on the second half of the climb.
That's right. This one required 2. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah, this requires 2 checks. You have advantage on the first one, and then not the second because you're going in reverse.
All right, let's go first.
I'll go first.
Aaron's already
Jumps
rolling.
down.
So I need 2 athletics checks per person. You have advantage on the first one, and not the second.
Oh no.
Aaron, you get off the rope and you're like, "All right, I got this," and you immediately grab onto the ledge and completely lose your grip.
you just let go of the rope. Okay, good. Ah. Oh, shit.
You guys are so bad at this. Who needs pterafolk when I have gravity? Theron, give me a dexterity saving throw as you attempt to not hit every rock and crevice on the way down. Alright, you hit every rock and crevice on the way down.
But the good thing is you're only going 40 feet down
Correct.
and not the full 90 feet.
That is correct.
Mhm.
I'm curious what's happening to Gillian here.
So, Theron, you take 12 bludgeoning damage as you bash against the sides. And
Oh boy.
Yeah, right there.
fall down.
It's like one of those Plinko games, you know, like
Yeah. Gillian, even with the aid of the rope, you suddenly miss something.
She did not learn her lesson and dives headfirst again. Just
Yeah.
swan dives.
Give me a dex saving throw to try to determine how many rocks and things you hit on the way down.
23.
That's pretty good. So you are going to take... you're only going to fall half the distance, even though you missed the rope, and take 15 damage as you slam against the walls and fall down practically on top of Theron.
Oh my gosh. It's these fault. We need
Not
some healing, guys.
Who's next down the chute?
Oh,
We're gonna come out of this whole scenario just completely bloodied, but not from pterafolk.
Not from pterafolk.
It's from fucking splunking.
Mannix. George jumps, but I'm not sure if we're still tied to Mannix.
I mean, remember,
Mannix and I are just talking about the best way to get down. George jumps, and we're still talking to these.
He just gets yanked like a cartoon. You see that little rope kind of unravel a little bit, then he's just like, oh no.
oh, what's happening?
Then his head hits the rock immediately and has a severe concussion.
Yeah.
So you're literally jumping and making the save.
It's
All right, so what do I have to do then? What is my part in all of this?
Mannix, how do you react to this when George
I mean-
leaps into the pit, into a
Probably
90-foot pit?
Probably with sheer panic, like trying to grasp onto the walls or being pulled into this death trap.
Give
Actually, no, I'm not.
give me a athletics check with disadvantage as you try to grab onto it with a falling turtle weighing you down.
Great. 11.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Wait, he's still tied to George, so really he would just kind of like hang there with George above him.
George jumped.
George
into the
jumped.
pit.
Yeah, so
Well,
George
I mean,
is pulling me down.
Yeah, but I'm jumping for the rope.
Yeah, he just jumped.
So you're still trying to grab onto the rope, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I got a 15.
No, the rope is a athletics check, not dex save. Are you?
Oh, everybody else did deck save.
That's because they fell. The dex save is if
They
you're
all missed the
falling.
rope.
Yeah, they missed the
bad.
rope.
Okay. Yeah,
let's back up.
I like just take off running towards the hole,
Okay.
and I jump in to grab the rope. So athletics with advantage for the first one.
Yes, correct. You're just doing a fancy way of grabbing the rope. All right, you grab the rope.
I'm just pulling on my ass then.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I sort of just jerk
You're
backwards.
just kind of dragged.
At which point, I will untie the rope from around my waist. Fuck you, George!
Mannix,
One of those scenes.
Mannix, give me a sleight of hand check as the rope is as you are being dragged trying to untie this rope.
George is rapidly descending down the hall, and I'm like
Yes.
quickly trying to get out
You're
of it.
sliding towards the hole.
No.
Okay.
Oh no.
9.
Unfortunately, whatever knot you use to tie yourself in has gotten exceedingly
Too good.
tight right now.
You know what? I am fucking oiled up, so I am gonna slip the fuck right out of that rope.
I forgot about that oil.
I've got the oil of slipperiness. I am.
Oh no.
That's what he tells the ladies anyway.
So once I realize I'm not gonna get this rope off, I just sort of grab the rope around my waist and just shimmy it down off of my legs.
I think he's taking off a miniskirt.
Yep,
Now, does inertia with low friction mean you keep sliding towards the hole?
probably, but
Probably.
I'm all right with going in the hole at this point as long as I can grab the rope myself.
Yep.
Wait, are your hands slippery?
Yeah.
Well, no, it just gives me the effect of a spell. I'm not actually covered in oil.
He is Vaseline top to bottom. Mannix going down a hole is like a toothpaste through a tube.
Can't hold my weapons. I'm
Yeah.
so slippery.
The worst spell ever. Alright, so George is going down. I need another athletics check, George, without advantage as you get to the bottom of the rope. Okay, that's good enough. You reach the bottom, so Mannix, you get dragged all the way to basically the top of the pit before you finally can slip off via the oil. And now I
I'll
need
descend
the...
down.
Yeah.
Athletics. Advantage athletics?
Advanced athletics first, and then the regular athletics as you go beyond the rope.
All right. Fucking. This
is so slippery.
just the fucking word.
All right, no deck save for you because you rolled a 1.
Oh, man.
You really reach out and just can figure out that you can't see a damn thing in there.
Oh, no.
You did make it down to the bottom of the rope though, so you will take 20. Jesus Christ!
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you!
Almost max damage. Mannix screams.
Whoever's at the top watches Mannix hit his head 4 times as he's falling down the tunnel. A different outcropping of rock each time,
That's me.
but each one is right to like a temple. And he is fucking at like negative some odd.
Oh no!
I am
It just
done.
fucking hits the ground like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. He was unconscious long before he came out of that.
A limp Mannix falls to George, doing it at Theron's feet. He didn't do that, right?
Yeah, I am legitimately at 0. I am down.
I write down every time you guys go down, and then what took you out. And I'm trying to think what I write for this situation.
Fell down a hole.
Fell down a hole.
Spelunking.
All right, somebody at the bottom can give him medical attention, and then Kaless, I believe you still have to go down. So far, you've seen
at the top of the hole, and just assuming she lives here now at this point, watching half the party go down.
Exactly. You have not seen everybody have a very good show of this. The party is all limping / dead from traversing this hole.
At this point, she's seriously contemplating just living here now.
I'm not going down that hole.
Yeah, no.
Holes kill people.
Yeah.
Are you healing me, Theron? Thank you.
It's giving you a pity heal. I need a...
Max gasp back to life.
I made it.
Success!
Oh my god, look at these athletics rolls. You guys need... Ropes are the most important part of your inventory now.
Yeah.
I think without this rope, you'd all be dead twice over.
We are as athletic in D&D as we are in real life.
Kaless, one more regular athletics roll, please.
Okay.
See if you can be the first one to make it, other than George, I think, all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Nice. You make it look... You do like the superhero landing, like, boom, and look down and see everybody just broken and bleeding and bruised. Mannix, you know what time it is.
I do know what time it is. He's been through this before.
I need a con saving throw.
Is that alright? I don't know. What do I need to make?
You need to make a 15.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. I do have inspiration. Let me try it.
All right.
I'm going to try. This is if not now. God damn it. I got nothing that'll help me either.
Mr.
All right.
Mannix, a D20, if you will, please, sir.
Oh, man. Not get the eye this time.
Did you fall on your eye?
I did hit my head. That's what I said.
It would make sense if you got a concussion here.
Yep.
An internal injury.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws and...
Oh,
checks.
great. That'll come in handy the next time I go.
Alright, so... You have all made it back to... level 1, which has the chasm with the spiders in front of you. But obviously the spiders are corpses now. And there's not any danger in here, so you all can easily climb down that pit. No more spiders. Climb back out. Reach the edge. You've got a 60-foot ladder in front of you. You see pterafolk hurtling in closer. They're maybe about 200 feet away, but you do notice that from all the times that you've been observing pterafolk from the ground, none of them ever seem to like going below the tree line.
Oh.
So you feel like if you can just kind of get down and get out, then they might not actually pursue you. Plus, they've seen a lot of their people just run up to you and then die and like immediately die. So they're not exactly rushing towards you with such fervor as they were.
All right, well, let's put a rope down so that we can actually make this. Well, the ladder's still there.
The ladder's there,
Is the ladder
yeah.
still there?
Yep,
Okay.
ladder's there.
All right, let's just get down as quickly as we can then. Just get out of here. This
Okay.
fucking rock tower is killing us all.
This ladder did take a bit of damage, as I recall, on the way up, however, this first ladder. This will require an athletics check going down, as it is a rickety, crumbly ladder. It doesn't look like a really tough athletics check, as it is a ladder, but
Have you seen the rolls?
I have seen the rolls.
Yeah.
Narrator voice, but that was concerning for this team.
I'll go first just because I'm afraid of the ladder collapsing. I think that'd be a bad thing to happen. Athletics?
Athletics, please. Yeah, just straight up.
Aren't you the reason that it's in bad shape to begin with?
I don't think I am.
11 is fine.
11?
You make it down, and you don't
All
seem to
right.
cause any more damage to it.
Okay.
So you make it down that 60 feet. Pterafolk are closing in, but you imagine if people can just kind of go one after the other, you think you can make it to basically the bottom before any of them reach you.
Okay.
Theron, you straight up lose your grip on the ladder. That is a hell of an athletics roll right there.
All right.
Gonna ask Theron if he wanted any healing before you jumped down there. But again,
Too late! Ah!
Theron, give me a dex save. See if you can tuck and roll as you fall the final 60 feet. This basically determines at what point you fall.
I think that's pretty much the exact same I rolled last time.
Yeah.
All right, you lose your grip almost immediately on the ladder
Yes.
and fall a solid 50 feet down.
I'm gonna be casting healing spells as I fall.
Not a bad idea.
You take 19 bludgeoning damage as you fall down.
All right. -9.
Oh no! Dear Lord.
Theron is unconscious at the bottom.
I don't know if you saw my roll, but I had it 11 before Theron.
Okay. You did, yeah. Okay, so you actually went down next. So you're down. Mannix is down. Theron literally slams into the ground right next to you
So
all.
could George have tried to catch Theron?
No. Not at this velocity or speed. Now, unfortunately, the ladder is basically broken up and in really bad shape. We still have Kalessa and Gillian at the top. You think it goes down maybe 20 feet now and then just kind of stops as the bottom part is just now shattered.
how far is the drop altogether?
If you went all the way down the ladder successfully, the drop would be about 40 feet.
Ugh.
Now that I see that the ladder has crumbled, I can try to catch whoever's next. Right?
I would probably allow it now. But you would probably be just end up taking some of the bludgeoning damage, essentially.
Oh, that's okay then.
Is how it would end up.
Where's your honor now, George?
Let me see. Let me see what I got in my stash here. Hey, who's alive? Mannix is alive. Mannix, how about we take this bedroll and use it kind of like a little trampoline chute to catch the next people?
We could try that.
Like a...
Like a fireman.
Like that fireman
Yeah.
escape thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna heal myself up.
Get ready for this climb.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Would you say the ground is an attacker that I could see?
It's the ground hostile. Me right now.
Can I uncanny dodge this damage?
I can see you... I can see the jumper, or the... Yeah, the person who's jumping needs to make a acrobatics check to land on the bedroll that Mannix and George have between them.
Yes! Done.
Because you are literally trying to aim and jump at this spot. And then Mannix and George will need to make a collective strength check to try and keep that thing taut and straight. So you don't just slam into the ground when you hit it and rip it out of their hands.
So I just roll an acrobatics check?
Yes. This is going to be a DC 15.
Suck it.
Nice. All right, so I need a... So you are able to hit the spot. Now the question is, can George and Mannix actually keep it taut enough where you don't just slam into it?
Do I get a chance to tuck and roll when I feel it giving away?
Yeah. Give me a dexterity saving throw. As you hit that spot, but just goes... Alright, Celeste... Whoops, my roll 20 just... There we go. What are you doing, roll 20? You hit that spot, but unfortunately you kind of slam into the ground a lot harder than you anticipated. You take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, Gillian. You can do the same maneuver or anything else.
George was like, we got it this time.
Yeah, we're ready. This time we're ready.
They probably are this time.
Yeah.
I'll
I can't-
help hold it too, so that way it gives it some extra.
A 3-person hold.
Yeah.
I can't figure anything better out to do. So, what
One
was it?
die.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Yes, acrobatics check to try and hit that spot, and then the others have to roll a strength check. Alright, so you are able to hit
Good
that
job.
spot. Yeah. Everybody else can do collectively.
Yay.
We're ready this
Big
time.
practice.
That's right.
They don't need me.
Yeah, alright, so they managed to catch...
I was really just there for moral support.
Yeah. She was there to let us know what happens.
Yeah. I'm like, you better catch this one, you assholes.
Alright, you make it to the top. You notice Theron is, like, unconscious, bleeding out next to you all, however.
Theron, buddy, how you doing?
He looks like how he usually does. Looks
I
like it to
actually
me.
do have a health potion. Yeah, I'll
Will he deign to
give-
use it, though? He doesn't like using his health potions.
He did bring me back a second ago. Yeah, I'll gingerly pour a health potion down him. 2. 8 HP.
Alright.
Alright.
Aaron, you are conscious again. I need a con saving throw, please. Alright, I need a d20, please.
You actually, you have a +7.
Yeah,
You don't have my excuse.
not a weakling. 11.
On the D20 roll, is the higher number a better to get, or is it?
It is.
I mean, they're all sort of just.
better.
It's definitely higher numbers
is it?
better. Yeah, you get like scars, but if you get the lowest one, if you get a 1, that's when you damage your eye. 11 is a concussion. Hit your head on the way down.
So does that mean
Disadvantage on intelligence saving throws and checks.
You're just dumber. That's not a terrible one. Intelligence. Saving
Who needs
throws.
intelligence? Aren't you a wizard? Don't you use intelligence?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's bad for me, actually.
I have a -3 in intelligence, so you're fine.
A concussion is barely noticeable for you. Alright, you hit the bottom one way or the other, and you hear these screams of the pterafolk. You can call it kind of just scatter like roaches into the trees, limping out of Firefinger, and they seem to just kind of... They just hover around that area for a while, and they just kind of seem to fly off. And there was only a handful of them left at that point, but they seem to fly to the top and try to figure out what the hell was going on. And you go out a little bit a ways, and you see Azaka there, who's got her bow, and you actually see that she's been like firing off at some pterafolk that were getting near. And she runs up to you all and says, "You all look terrible."
Turns out we're shit mountain climbers.
Did you
But
find it?
yeah, Theron, you got it.
I didn't take it.
Oh God, did no one take it? Did we leave the mask up there? Let's presume somebody took it.
Somebody took it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll give her the mask.
Okay. As
Assuming this is it.
As soon as you produce the mask, her eyes light up, and she just kind of reaches out for it. Not even like she almost like snatches it from you, but then she kind of looks at you for assurance, and then grabs onto it and holds it gingerly. She's like, "Yes, this is it. I cannot thank you enough for helping with this. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. You risk your lives. I will not forget this." She just kind of actually fits it over her face, and you see this little glow appear for a second, and it's just kind of sighs. It's just kind of frightening looking. It's funny because it almost looks like it's a tiger mask, so it almost looks like if she had transformed into a were-tiger right there, but it seems to calm her down.
You have to wear this all the time?
Says, not all the time, but when out here, when danger is around, if I'm in danger of transforming, it helps prevent that. Gives me more control.
Alright. Well, you've got it at great personal cost to us. My ribs, his head.
I thank you so much. I saw there was a little bird friend who came.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure about that, but they approached with no weapons, so I kept them at a distance. How long does the tongue spell actually last? Can we figure that out?
I don't
Let's
remember.
see. Lasts for 1 hour. The spell grants a creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. The target speaks any creature that knows at least one language the target. Okay, so that's for an hour. So yeah, she mentioned that he was able to speak to her, and just explain who he was and that the adventures had set him free, and they just kind of met each other. But then he said that he wanted to get back to his family, so he just he said that he was going to stick around and make sure nobody fell off the spire, but then he left at some point while the pterafolk were kind of flying around the spire. So
I was about to say he would have come in handy, but he wouldn't have. It's the actual outside that was the danger. It was
yeah, the only time you actually fell off the outside was the very bottom here.
Oh, the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, everything else was the chimney in the middle of the spire. But yes, he was essentially there to watch for if anybody was falling off from the top, but nobody did. Zaka says, please, if you don't mind, I would like to get back as soon as we can. And you all recall, based on the map and where you are, that that predator is still out there. Steel predator that attacked you all at the base of the Heart of Ubtao. And if it's still hunting you, then you figure you would not be able to linger this far out for too long.
And we think it's like Terminator rules. Like it's just going to come to whatever our GPS location is.
You're not quite sure what its rules are, but it definitely seemed to be able to find you in the middle of the jungle. So,
you cut out. Sorry, say that again.
Based on your brief anecdotal experience with it, you're not quite sure what its rules are, but it definitely was able to find you before.
Okay. Yeah, so that's probably coming just our general direction or whatever. All right. Well, do we have any other reason to be out here anymore then? I guess we head right back into town.
Yeah, back to the boat.
We said that like it's a jaunt, but this is like a week-long journey, isn't it?
You can travel pretty far on the river, probably like 2 or 3 days at a time. But yeah, it's round trip. It's probably like 8 or 9 days or something.
Okay.
As you all walk back towards the riverbank, however, or you reach the riverbank and see your rowboats up ahead, you also see a dozen uniformed guards carrying heavy crossbows. Their uniforms bear the sigil of the Flaming Fist, which is the mercenary group from Fort Belwarian. They stand
Oh, no.
between you and your rowboats. And then from out of the nearby jungle, several Deinonychus emerge and eye you all hungrily as another Flaming Fist soldier, this one armed with a bow, rests her hand calmly on one of their heads. A large, heavy-set man dripping in sweat and carrying a large sword strapped to his back steps up and nods to you all. Says, these lands have been claimed by Baldur's Gate and the Lord's Alliance. Any adventurers need to have a charter of exploration, as well as hand over a portion of any and all found goods and magical items. And with that, we are going to take a break, and we will be back about 10 minutos. from our break. So, as I mentioned, the situation, you all have returned to the nice clearing, expecting to be able to get a rest in the little campsite by your rowboats, but there is a group of what look like uniformed soldiers wearing the emblem of the Flaming Fist mercenary group out of Fort Belwarian, along with a couple of Deinonychus that look like they are actually trained by the same group.
Oh boy. How many guys are there?
Allow me
And how many
to-
Deinonychus?
Deinonychus.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a good number of everybody.
Yep.
Do we have any kind of understanding on like how the merchant princes handled this group? Like, do they respect the merchant prince's authority?
No. You don't believe they do, because they've essentially set up at Fort Belwarian and not in Port Nyanzaru, and the Lord's Alliance, and specifically Baldur's Gate, has just essentially planted a flag in Schult in attempting to establish dominance in the region. So, and also the merchant princes don't necessarily try to own Schult; they're just interested in Port Nyanzaru, which Fort Belwarian, the Flaming Fist, isn't trying to move into the actual city. They're just trying to claim the lands itself. But from what you recall, they require all adventurers to purchase a charter of exploration out of Fort Belwarian in order to become official, in order to basically register to be able to do anything here. And then that's meant to be a down payment for like a percentage of the profits that you make. And then they expect a percentage of everything that you find in the jungle.
And did we ever get one of those permits when we were in Fort Belwarian?
You did not. In fact, Fort Belwarian kind of went tits up, as they say, when you got there. Everything that went wrong did go wrong.
I do remember a giant spider terrorizing the guards.
Yeah,
and
that might be a thing.
us jumping out of a second-story window. I think I remember that too.
Yep, that might have been a thing. Lying and deceiving your way in. Yeah, that's
May or may
these
not
guys.
set fire to the walls.
Yep,
That's right.
you set some fires. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's been your experience with this group.
All right. Aha. Okay. So we don't have one of these permits, and I don't know if they would even recognize. I think the only one they saw was Gillian, and yeah.
Yeah, as I recall, Gillian was attempting to be a diplomat,
Like an emissary from the undersea peoples. But we don't want to play that card again because that ended with, like I said, fires and a giant spider terrorizing the fort.
Yeah, and that's how you all stole the Sending Stone to link the Flaming Fist with the pirates, with the pirate group, organized piracy in Schult.
Right.
I mean, to catch up on what was many sessions ago.
That's yes, yeah, indeed.
Fort Belwarian.
I would like to, as they're introducing themselves, and I'll pop down my jewel.
Session 6, by the way.
Wow. What session are we on now?
35.
That was 29 weeks ago.
Yeah. And we probably missed at least 1 or 2 weeks in between, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Tiny.
I'm gonna drop down my jeweled lenses and to the ruby lenses.
Okay.
And just sort of check them out as they're talking.
Most of them look on high alert. Some of them might look nervous. Some of them look apprehensive. Some of them look bored. um, the leader who's speaking to you definitely feels attentive and authoritative and annoyed, maybe, as he looks at you all. And those are pretty much the kind of feelings you're getting from all these people.
Okay.
To them, you get the feeling this is just kind of business as usual. Like they just kind
Right.
of go through and just come across people and get what they can, what they feel owed to them.
Yeah.
This is,
I mean, we always-
What do I know about the geography? Like Schultz, is there another besides Port Nyanzaru? Is there another city on this peninsula that it would be known?
Not to your knowledge.
Okay, nowhere that a person would be going from get to Port Nyanzaru.
I mean, you could technically land anywhere in Schultz, technically. But in terms of another, like, bastion of civilization, then no, there's really not. That's kind of Fort
Ooh, let's-
Nyanzaru's thing.
Okay. Let's use the airship people. What do I remember about what they said? What were their names and their country of origin?
They were out of Halrua.
Out of where?
Halrua,
Okay.
which is a very magically advanced empire that they had. There was an airship they went out on.
Yeah. All right, let's roll with that.
I don't remember all their individual names, but
No. I'm just as what I'm trying. Yeah. So I'll talk to him. Adventurers. That's funny. Look at us. We look like we can do any sort of adventuring in our current state. We've just been attacked by a damned pack of raptor birds, people. I don't know what kind of nonsense you folks have in your country, but it's not fun. We're in
sightseeing tour.
We were on an airship out of Halrua that was attacked by those damned flying creatures, crashed here. We've been trying to get to Port Nyanzaru, and now that you're here, thankfully, you can escort us there, and we can look into what was that you were talking about? Adventuring? Permits of some sort?
that's right. You need a charter of exploration from the Lord's Alliance in order to explore these lands. So you're saying you crash landed here in Schultz? Roll me a deception check, Mannix.
Okay.
You get an advantage for the role playing.
Oh, okay. Let's use that advantage, see if it's any better than that. 15.
He seems to kind of cross his arms and frown at you. You're saying you crash landed here in Schultz with an airship.
That's right. Quite a ways back towards the coast.
George
to
points
the
at
east.
Theron. This one has a concussion from it.
Yes. I got some broken ribs myself.
Oh, Theron's got the
We're
concussion.
all-
He's got the broken ribs.
Yeah. We pulled out some of our canoes or rowboats there, intending to make our way up to the only damn city that I can tell you all have, at Port Nyanzaru. And we got attacked by more of these damn bird men.
We'll take you to Fort Belwarian if you need to get medical attention. Assuming we're going to purchase a charter, but we'll need to check you for anything you might have found in the jungle. As we lay claim to everything here, so we are privy to any and all treasures or magical items that you may have found, if you found anything like that.
How? I'm gonna, just actively laugh out loud. How familiar are you with Halrua, son?
He frowns deeper.
You ever heard of it?
I suppose.
What have you heard about it?
I've heard that they don't typically come exploring into the jungles of Schultz. What were you doing here exactly?
we're headed to Fort Belwarian. What were their people doing? Do I remember that?
I don't think we ever got specifics other than just kind of scouting the area. But I don't know if they
We were on a sightseeing mission. We were just sightseeing. We were on a pleasure boat.
A pleasure boat, sure.
We were
Well,
on the
I
deck and
assume-
it crashed.
Right. Yeah, all that. But I assume you've also heard that Halrua is significantly more magically inclined than you're likely to be familiar with. Thus, as you look at the 6 of us, I suspect you'll see a good deal of magic floating around in the air.
Well, we'll be happy to take a look at that then, won't we? Especially for any services that we can render. We'll consider it a down payment.
Well, see, the problem with that is none of it came from your damn jungle.
Well, that's gonna be up to me, isn't it?
How are you going to make that determination exactly?
Now he smiles on his face. And he's like, well, as far as I'm concerned, anything that I like is gonna be from the jungle. He starts motioning for a couple guys to come up. Now, we can make this really easy. We're gonna search you head to toe. Whatever we find, whatever we want, we're gonna keep. You all are gonna lay down all of your weapons and goods, because I see some mighty shiny things there, and hand them over. And then from there, we can take you where you need to go.
This is sounding much less like some sort of hermit situation and much more like a robbery, don't you think?
I can see why you'd think like that. But we take you back to the fort. We get you properly cleaned up and outfitted. And then you can go out and get more stuff for us. How's that sound?
I'd be happy to pay you
you
for your
actively
services.
hear and see a couple of the guards in the background kind of chuckle and kind of look at each other.
And I'd be happy. We'd be happy for that. But you see, our personal items are our personal items, and if you don't mind me saying so, some of the magics that we routinely carry about aren't meant for on-the-ground soldiers such as yourself.
Celeste is gonna just try to like stealthily slide a hand a potion of greater healing to Theron.
We're all like, as I'm talking, we're all just like passing around. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I am passing that over to him and
So
just as pretending to be like the nurse and saying, "Drink this, you'll feel better."
yeah, as I'm saying that, like we'll be willing to pay them for services, but we're not going to give them any shit.
Mm.
What am I seeing emotion-wise coming off of this guy? Or just insight, I suppose.
Yeah. You see a lot of like annoyance coming off, and it kind of wavers between like a haughty arrogance and just a general annoyance. Like he never feels like he's not in complete control of the situation. And you see a couple of the dinosaurs kind of like hiss at you and make these motions, and you see this handler has kind of her hand like rested on one of them, and he starts like glancing at her with the dinosaurs nearby, and he says, "Now, I don't know if you've ever tangled with some of the local wildlife here, but they can be real nasty on the average person, and you folks don't look very well. Hate to have
And you get 44 plus 4.
Well, you don't have the charter. I can believe a story about airships from the sky and crashing into the land. That's all fine. Frankly, I don't care. I'm just interested in the stuff that you've got. You want to step forward and start handing it over? And kind of puts his hands out and like...
Corinne, now's the good time to pop Liam's tiny hut.
Doesn't that one take 10 minutes?
It takes 1 minute, and also Corinne is not here, but
Oh yeah, well, it's wrong person. Hashtag not all D&D characters.
Pull the Mannix.
I did.
Oh,
This
fuck.
is turning hostile, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a way out of it that we give up shit to these assholes.
Who's talking? Is it the guy with the armor?
Azaka growls under her breath. And she's like, how are you all feeling? Because I am itching for a fight now. These flaming
I'm
fist
feeling like we're
bastards
getting robbed.
have
And I don't
been a blight on this land. She just whispers this angrily.
yeah.
this is not a good time for a fight for me.
Can we schedule you guys for just next Tuesday? Say between 4 and 5?
I'd like to think that we're all like whisper growling to each other as we're like, look, that Gillian chimes in. This is really not a good time for me.
Can I try to cast my hut while you people are talking and distracting them for a minute?
Oh, your protective one.
Yeah.
Takes
Takes a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Mannix has been talking for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Mannix
I'm-
will talk
I'm-
all the time.
I have put that health potion in Theron's hand, so
Cast it.
Okay, so she's trying to cast that behind me as I'm talking.
Give me a stealth check, Gillian.
Let me try again. Use my inspiration.
Okay.
God.
Fantastic.
I am not casting a spell back here. It's just these little fireworks and rainbows shooting out of the area. The man yells and says, "They're casting a spell. I guess we're doing this the hard way." I need
I would like
everyone
to-
to roll for initiative, please.
Theron needs to roll for the health potion I gave him first, though.
Yeah, I presumably what's happening.
Yeah.
How much is that?
Ew.
44 plus 4. I gave you a greater one.
Thank you. Woo. That was almost max.
Wow. Yeah.
Boy.
One away.
I think Gillian had a 22, right?
Yeah, the first time I tried to roll it, I hadn't selected my token.
I'm just gonna roll.
See, this is the DM tricking us because I assumed I was okay using all my shit earlier.
I
It's like,
know.
wow,
right?
we're gonna go
About
rest
the long
after.
rest. Fine.
What an asshole DM. Good lord, these initiatives. Who's got a higher dex, Mannix or George?
2
Uh,
plus 2.
yeah, you go first.
But Gillian got a 22.
Gillian got a 22.
I did. I rolled it without selecting a
Right
token.
after her stealth.
Oh, okay. Gillian, I think you were
Cast
first
the
on
hut.
the other one too.
It takes a minute to
It
get
It does take a full minute,
yeah.
yeah.
I gave you a
Yeah.
chance.
My rolls have been.
No, yeah, the rolls this evening have been
God-awful
just
tonight.
screwing us real bad.
Your attack rolls have been just fine. The actual, all the skill checks have been.
All these skill checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be real interesting for later on in the campaign when you have to surmount some difficult things.
Okay.
So you see at this point everybody like pulling out weapons and all the guards are shouldering heavy crossbows. The Nanakids look
Don't
like they're
forget
ready
to roll for us, Taco.
Oh, thank you. I didn't forget that. All right, who's
You
watching
did?
something? I can hear that.
Did you make the catch on the foul ball?
Gillian, you are first.
Okay.
All right, seriously, who's ever watching something, stop it. Let's see. Thanks.
It's Raymond.
It's always Raymond.
I'm not watching anything.
Text +2.
I'm doing work.
Something about foul ball.
Okay.
Same dice.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire on
Why?
these 3 guys over here. The 20-foot cube. So.
Okay.
Oh, you'll hit a bunch of them then.
20.
Oh, I guess, yeah, hold on. So I was, yeah, if I do it more like centering it here-ish.
So who was the person in the back? The person in the front was the leader that I was to. Who's the person behind him?
They look like another uniformed guard, but they have robes on instead of a crossbow.
Gotcha.
They're the spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Very fire.
All right, how big is it?
20-foot cube,
Mm-hmm.
not a circle.
Oh,
Where?
much better about this in the last campaign. I had all these spell effects.
We had a specific fairy fire graphic.
I know. Well, in the last campaign, I had a whole page with these I could copy and paste, and
Yeah. Oh right.
5, 10, 15, 20. All right, where do you want this? You got to stop
Now
listening to that,
somebody's
man.
watching
You
our
gotta stop
video.
listening to that. Yep.
That's still just 10 feet, right?
Yeah, that's only 10 feet.
For
For
You
some
gotta
reason,
get
the
bigger.
picture is not as big as my actual square. 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So no,
That's
pull
big.
that sucker down. Get a whole bunch more.
Uzi square. Here, I'll give you control of this.
That's not bad. Right where it's at.
All right, Gillian. Yeah, you can decide where you
not.
want.
But, I mean, let's see.
Could be better.
It only gets like 4 guys. Here. I mean, in the middle, it's snapping to the grid, but you get it. Like,
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like
Yeah. You can get one.
Like
yeah.
half and
7.
half.
6. You can get 6 of them in there. Yeah.
I think I can get 7.
Yeah. Yeah. If she
Oh,
goes
the guy
half and
above
half,
it?
she could
Ah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah. I see
It
what you're
can't.
saying,
It snaps to the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I think
so
the
I'm
spell
doing that.
rules break down if they don't snap. You can get away with a lot of shit.
Dex saving throw.
Okay. So go top to bottom. What's your DC?
14.
Alright, this guy gets lit up. I should have painted those guards different numbers too. I didn't do that.
All right.
These guys are all gonna start getting lit up.
There's gonna be a lot of that with these guards.
I know. That's a new thing I started doing. I don't remember to do it. My goodness. Good thing you didn't do a AoE spell. Would have been toast.
Where's my fireball?
I know, yeah. These guys all just failed miserably. That one finally saves. One saves. Oops, I should not have rolled twice. And that one fails.
Wow.
Alright.
Wow. Yeah.
Got 5 of the 7.
So cool. So doing that, and then I don't know how many persons. I'm trying to. I can't really do much with my level 1 spells anyway other than heal, because the rest of them are kind of stupid. So, Fairy Fire is my only good level 1 spell. I'm going to cast Healing Word on Mannix.
Ooh.
Everybody healing Mannix.
Well, his bones are like glass.
Mr. Glass over here.
I've got the glass disease. Why am I in a jungle?
Okay, I'm done.
George of the jungle.
I say that to him also as I cast.
Yeah.
Your bones are like glass. I hate.
You say something so heinous to him.
Oh God, you're right. Killing is the ultimate mean girl. It's just.
It's just so withering and devastating.
Yeah.
George says, or struts up to this guy and says, I guess if I kill you first, the rest will leave. And he takes a deep breath.
I'm assuming George looks at the guy for confirmation. Like, right? If I kill you, they all leave.
Is that how this combat encounter works?
Right.
He snorts at you as he pulls out his giant sword. Says, I haven't fought a turtle in a long time.
Well, we are going extinct.
Not a great comeback, George.
Threatening. Well, we're all dying off.
As far as battle
If you
scripts go.
kill me, you'll be putting us that one more step towards the grave. Just the weirdest comeback.
In the middle of, like, swords clashing.
We're almost extinct. 10, 18 will hit for 10. I think.
I hope so.
Yes.
That's it. The second one, my bonus action.
I gotcha. Mr. Mannix.
Mannix will reach into his vest pocket, pull something out, and whisper, been a long time, buddy. How do you feel about being eaten by dinosaurs? And he's going to
Poor turtle.
throw his...
You know, you can be callous, but you are outwardly cruel.
He really doesn't like this frog.
No,
I don't know
he really-
why.
I mean, the feeling is mutual, I'm sure.
He's genuinely cool with most people, but the frog,
Is he?
You know.
Is he though?
well,
Where would you like
he's
to
less cool with the frog.
hate you most of all?
Just right in between those two dinosaurs.
Let me cover you in A1 steak sauce first.
And he's gonna actually, he's gonna get 15. He's gonna give the frog a thumbs up. And he's gonna dive into some bushes
Thumbs up.
and attempt to stealth into the bushes over here. Run away!
Good luck, frog asshole.
Did
All right.
we determine if the frog goes on my turn now?
Mm-hmm. That's how we played Vorn whenever I had Vorn. He always just went on my turn.
Yeah, but Vorn wasn't a summoned creature. I don't remember how we did the damn frog. I should probably come up with a rule for that.
I should probably put it in the description.
I would say that it does act on your turn. The question is, does it act on the turn it's summoned or not?
Right.
If you can find precedence for that, I will.
Okay.
roll one by the other.
Well, most of the summoned creature spells, they have their own initiative. It looks like.
Hmm. Go ahead and roll initiative for it. Maybe that's the best way to determine. Because then if it's later, it'll go later. If it's
Yeah.
Where they go? I guess I'll roll initiative.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't know. It's Dex's.
8, so it'll go on. Leads to 8. All right.
If it wasn't clear from my whisper, I need him to just fight the dinosaur.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sighs.
Gonna get out of that.
Resigns itself to its fate. Indeed. All right. All the guards pretty much get out their crossbows and start taking some shots. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guards. So we're gonna do.
That's a lot of shots.
Yeah. We're gonna do 4 of them at George. So 1. I'll hit. 9 damage to George. Crossbow goes slicing to your head, I guess. I don't know what other body parts it can hit. A limb. 2. Wow.
Jesus. These are just high rolls? These are just high rolls.
These are just high rolls. Another 9 damage. It's also really high damage. 3. Jesus!
What is happening?
Guards just sounded the...
They got laser sights in their crossbows.
Apparently, 12 damage. I rolled a 1 and a 10
Wow.
for the damage. 4th one. Holy crap. How you doing, George? 11 damage. And then the other 3...
Are you really?
Holy crap! I tore into George right there.
I'm still alive.
We'll go 1 towards Azaka. It is going to hit. 1 at Theron. My first miss, everyone. And then 1 at Gillian. 18 does hit a Gillian.
That'll hit.
Or 7. Wow! I did
Fucking
not
crossbowmen.
think those guys were that gonna do that much damage. Holy guacamole. Alright, Theron. Just a volley of just a row of them is gonna be shooting out. You see George get perforated. He is barely standing up.
Poor George.
I hope you live, George. I hope they remember you.
Firefinger is a concentration spell.
At least
Oh.
George is gonna go out fighting and not beat up by a.
That's true. Give me a
But
I see. That was a shot at me.
give me a con saving throw, Gillian.
Mm.
You need a 10 or higher to maintain. You do.
Yeah.
All right, and yes, thank you, chat. You saw that crossbow hit Azaka, but it just seems to kind of glance off of her skin. Like it embeds itself, and she just kind of pulls it out and just kind of smirks.
Oh.
I like Chat's new thought process for Mannix's alignment. Chaotic racist asshole.
It can be.
They're not wrong.
He's not evil, but he is a racist asshole. Which, I don't know, like...
The line is
that
free.
works. Yeah, that's...
Oh, Tiny, we've already had 2 of them fall in the Firefinger battle. It wasn't even the battle, it was just trying to fall off of things.
the climb.
Alright, Theron, what are you summoning? Good lord.
2 bears.
Yes.
2 bears.
Theron Bear is reproducing? What's going on?
My children.
Lord, okay.
God damn it, I don't have bears in here.
I'm about to
You
say,
know, I
Aaron,
thought you'd have that.
I thought I would too.
What do you have?
Creatures native to Jolt.
I can take an Allosaurus.
I could do that.
Okay.
I don't know why. I thought I would have a bear. I guess I just made it for your wild shape.
I thought that was a slam pass.
Yeah,
How would you not have a bear prepared, knowing he turns into Theron?
I know. Well, I think I've got it specifically for Theron Bear. You make 2 of them?
No, just one.
1? Okay.
And I'm gonna pop him right here.
Wow.
In the middle of everything.
Would you like to roll hit points?
Hello,
For
ladies.
the Allosaurus. It's a 6d10 plus 18. So you can do, oh yeah, CR, 1 beast of CR 2. Wow, that's
Ooh.
pretty good.
That's pretty
Wow,
good.
well above average.
The Allosaurus thanks you.
You summon a particularly robust Allosaurus. So virile. Alright, now how does this one work? Does this one have its own initiative? Roll initiative if the summoned creature has its own turns. Alright.
Yeah, that's one of the spells. All the conjure spells have their own.
Okay, I think we should do that with your fraud, and we'll cheat that as a summoned creature.
Mannix will say, turns out we are familiar with your wildlife.
Ah! He shouts back, forget the stupid turtles, shoot the spellcasters! Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna move behind Asaka.
She seems to be alright with it.
Yeah. Kales.
Alrighty. Oh, whoops! I gotta turn this back on. Okay. Well, I was gonna do something else, but now there's too many people in play here.
There's a lot of things in play.
I was gonna pop darkness and put them all in a dense cube of darkness that they couldn't get out of. But instead, since we're gonna play this game,
Would fairy fire shine through darkness?
That's a
no,
tricky
because no
question.
magical light can go through it. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
15. That's good enough.
Oh, yeah, the Allosaurus is on our side.
Yeah,
He looks so dangerous.
It does.
and he hasn't gone in battle yet, so that helps.
It's not.
Mm.
You rolled a 9 and still got to go before him.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Well, shoot. I'll have them go at the end. I was going to include the scout and the acolyte in the guard's turn. But I'll just have them go after you.
Okay. I'll look at him and be like, this is your last chance, my friend. Just let us leave. You can go and pester somebody else.
Your magical tricks don't scare us.
How about that?
Oh,
As
boy.
Shove my...
Oh,
this
no.
is going right into his gut, too,
Oh.
by the way.
Like while he's answering you.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as he
He
like
didn't-
doesn't surrender.
Yeah, as soon as he starts to say something in the manner that I don't like, it just goes right in, and she just looks at him and says, I gave you a chance.
Oh.
21,
Jesus.
30,
37?
37.
Look at that damage. 37.
37.
Crit rogue is a disgusting thing. Well, that is massive damage.
Okay.
Which he fails.
Roll a 1, roll a 1, roll a 1. 1. Yes!
Hey, that's the same thing, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah, basically,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he falls down to technically 0, but yeah, he just crumples.
Oh man.
He
He's
just-
totally.
Yep, one just
Collect-
jagged.
Celeste will look out at the rest of them and be like, your captain is dead. You can leave or suffer the same fate. The choice is yours.
At this
Die
point, they
here.
all look at each other a little bit.
Die here or die later. What's your choice?
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh shit, what does that use?
charisma.
Okay. I'm not bad in charisma.
You can use. Well, yeah, you are still talking to them.
Yeah. All right, with advantage.
Yeah.
Damn it!
They do look pretty worried, and a couple of them say, "Guys, I don't know about this."
I will tell them, you drop your weapons, I won't kill you. That's it. Drop your weapons,
They
I won't
point
kill
to the
you.
giant dinosaur that got summoned. Like, what about that?
You drop your weapons, we will let you leave. The choice is yours. Decide now. Because this option will not come up again.
Half the guards just
Limited time
throw.
off.
Yeah, half the guards throw their crossbows to the ground, and immediately like put their hands up and start backing up, and say, "You'll let us go." And the other half are like, look like they're about to surrender as well.
I'll look at them and just say, run. That is, you're being released, run, and we won't chase you.
Yeah.
But if we meet again, you will not survive.
And George says, "But leave the canoes."
Yeah, don't touch my boat.
Yeah. You see about half of them, pretty much the ones closest to you, drop their crossbows and run.
Alright, I did what I could, you guys.
Yep, that worked.
We'll say this one also. Just take off. Just drop their crossbows and just run screaming into the jungle.
Do we see their fairy fire like bouncing through the jungle?
As one of the exactly. As one of them runs, the Allosaurus uses a reaction attack. However, but it misses. And this goes It just keeps running.
I'll look at the rest of them, and then I guess you have chosen to die.
They look uneasily and look like they look like they probably should have run, but they're still clutching their crossbows.
10, 15, 20. And then for the rest of my movement, 25, 30. I'm just going to walk straight toward them.
like the Black Panther, just walk out with you. Here I come.
Nice. As you can see, I am not dead.
Alright, that's the best I could do.
Alright, the giant frog will attempt to attack a dinosaur as it was instructed. Ineffectually, however.
Stupid.
Yep. The veteran's dead. The scout, however, is still up, and I'll go ahead and take its turn. And it will scream out, "For Commander Reginald!" And
That wasn't the commander's name.
I don't
remember.
know. I don't know what his name was. She shoots at Kaless with her bow.
Nah.
And once more.
Celeste just starts laughing at her.
Very bad attacks, yeah.
Wow.
It's like she's using her rapier and just going ping, ping.
Azaka kind of stands in front of you all, protectively. Actually, she runs up here because she sees George kind of in bad shape, so she just runs up to kind of...
just literally got crossbow. Just got crossbow balls sticking out.
She runs up and she kind of smiles and kind of points to her mask, and then she just kind of does this cool, like, superhero move, and she just transforms instantly without any kind of stress or shouts or anything, and she appears to be in complete control of her form.
Oh, I didn't know she could do that with it.
Yeah. And then she...
I think she told us that before.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
She attacks the dinosaur quite effectively
Yeah.
for 12 damage. Alright, we get some dinosaur on dinosaur fights here. as the two smaller ones are going to... Actually, the one at the bottom will attempt to attack the Allosaurus. It's got a AC of 13. Can go claw, claw. Wow. Really bad attacks, though.
There you go.
Bite will hit. 5 damage. That Allosaurus has a lot of hit points, though, as we remember. This one Deinonychus will attempt to attack Azaka, but be completely ineffective, while the other one will attack the frog. The frog
Poor
grimaces in
froggy.
terrible pain.
Mannix laughs.
Awful! Straight awful. That will also hit. The frog's still up, it's just got bloody scratch marks in it. Still
Poor
up.
froggy.
Alright, Gillian
Wait,
has
does
stepped
Reese's
away.
Dinosaur not get to go?
What?
Did Reese's dinosaur not get to go? the
No,
higher-
because
So it has
it
initiative
rolled
of
it
17.
rolled above him, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, she had to step away for a second.
Alright, go to George.
Dinosaurs are hostile?
The little ones.
The little ones
Not
are.
the big one.
Yeah.
The big ones are.
Big one is a summoned creature.
Barons.
I worry about my. But let's say.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I said I worry about my 3 hit points.
Oh, yeah. that is something to worry about.
That is a concern.
5, 10. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20. You said that the 3 guys, the white guys have crossbows?
Yes, the white guys have crossbows. That's
Okay.
fun. They were shooting you full of crossbows.
That's where all the bolts in you
That's
came.
where all the bullets of you came from.
Okay.
Whirlwind attack.
I know, I right.
One of them does have is lit up with Gillian's fairy fire, which is the one with the
Let me do
little
the fairy
symbol.
fire first, guy.
Yeah.
Fairy fire guy first. Wow, seriously? Hold
That's
on.
pretty
What?
nasty.
Hold on. Where are my moves here? I am going to hit.
Rolled
Yes.
a 1 and a 2. Those are your rolls.
It's pretty bad.
Shit.
look, George is
Yeah,
pretty
right,
bloodied. He's just
Yeah,
got blood in his eyes at this point. It's hard to see.
Alright, my second hand.
Wipe the blood. There you go.
Wow. All right.
Son of a bitch.
2 1s again. Where does it go?
6 is massive damage for that guard.
Oh, wow.
Guards do not have a whole lot of hit points. And they don't really have a strong attack. I'm surprised all my attacks hit before. They actually make a massive damage save, though. Oh, shoot. They disappeared off my initiative, though. Damn it. Well, they've got a 20.
removed the one.
I know, I did. They've got a 20. I can still see it on my end. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mannix. Which one did I roll initiative?
Mannix will feel emboldened by how this fight seems to be turning in our favor. He'll run in there.
There we go, another back.
20, 20, 30. He'll use his bonus action to dash to get in closer. Actually, he'll use his bonus action to dash here so that he can manage George. And he will light his rapier up with green flame.
Green flame.
You're not gonna do that every single time, are you?
Every single time.
It's gonna be every time I rapier.
Rapier.
Now on, just,
Oh, man.
yeah.
It's your fault for taking it.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. 15. That's 21.
Is this a cantrip?
It's a cantrip.
That's a lot of damage for a cantrip.
It's a well, the cantrip part of it is only the 7 fire. It's the part of the cantrip
it's 'cause
is
you're
like a
a-
regular attack.
Yeah. Okay, it's got a regular attack, plus you got sneak attack, and then it does the fire.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's 21 to him. And then it also leaps to someone 5 feet away from him. So it does 6 to the guy below.
Wow. Alright, you slice through that guard, and he screams as the green flames erupt all around him, and then the nearest one catches fire and also screams as the flames consume him.
All right.
A twofer.
Mannix will hop in the boat.
Ready to
And
go.
lay down.
Yep. This final guard just looks at you, George, puts his, actually, is he even, I don't think he uses a crossbow in point-blank range very well.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's put
He
his
has
crossbow
disadvantage.
down. Yeah, he puts his crossbow down and gets his, he just holds a spear up and puts it out, and he's like, "This is for all of them," and just attempts to shove it into your face. $15?
No, I'm 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
you managed to knock it away. He blanches, and at that he says, "Ah!" And he drops his spear and turns around and runs. And yes, you can have a attack for opportunity if you would like.
Him and the Allosaurus, right?
I think Alice. Oh no, I guess it's a new round, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I will hit him if he runs.
You just hear
10.
Celeste laughing in the background.
Yeah. George, you do slice him as he runs, and he cries out and falls down to the ground. So he just starts limping. He's not dead yet, but he just starts limping.
George says no second chances.
It's like, please, oh
Okay.
God, please. Allosaurus is next.
Can he reach the lady
Yes.
diagonal?
Yep, sure can.
Attempt to bite her.
Okay. I didn't realize you could. Oh yeah, because it's an Allosaurus. You got. Let's use that sheet. 16 will hit.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Close to max damage.
Holy crap, that's a lot of damage.
That's yeah.
Fun fact,
like that.
she had exactly 23 hit points. So the Allosaurus reaches down and does the friggin' Jurassic Park dude on the toilet. Just
Jurassic Park.
home. Yeah.
Just
She gives off a little
It's a-
whimper.
Celeste is still laughing in the background.
Just never stopped laughing this entire time.
No, she gave him a chance to run. They
Yep.
chose not to.
And that's all he does.
Alright, Theron, your turn proper. All you've got left is the dinosaurs, I think.
just the wild animals that they were using.
Now, fling a bullet at them. Cha-cha-cha.
16 will hit.
Huh.
For 7.
Decent bullet.
Which one did you want to attack? I'm labeling them now.
2.
Okay. The injured one. Even more injured.
That was also max damage.
Wow. Glass.
Okay. Which way did that one guy run off who was injured?
And Max will call out Jury. He
So-
ran behind that
southeast.
tree.
Yeah.
20. I'll use my disengage. Yeah, I'll disengage from that guy. 25.
You don't have to if you don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was right here,
Oh,
so
okay.
I would have. 20. Come on. Come on. There it goes. There we go. That's 30.
Nicholas just hunts this guy down as he flees. You can just see the blood trailing. This is like a horror movie now, and he's got like blood like on the ferns and stuff. He's just like the point of view of this has now shifted to his point of view as he's like looking back and he's looking all around. Oh gods! Oh gods! Oh gods! Oh god! He sits there and rests for a second. He's like, and as soon as he like, how do you want to do? How do you want to kill him?
Oh, I'm listening to you weave the tale here. Because
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
He rests back against a tree. I think he's gotten around. He hears like a twig snap, and he goes, and he like stands up. And as soon as he stands up, just a blade comes right through his neck. Just he's like, and falls down dead. Giant frog. Oh, we lost Rochelle. Is going to bite. Ineffectually, giant frog can't get it done. Enemies are not there. Azaka will probably be able to take down one of the dinosaurs. Three. Ooh, the second one's gonna miss though. Oops. And then the dinosaurs, I'm just going to abstract the... in fact, none of these are your character, so I'm just going to skip the dinosaur's turn, because it doesn't matter at this point. We'll say that the Deinonychus kills the giant frog, but otherwise none of the others really matter. So let's start with George. Back at the top. Switch us to the 4-person, there we go.
Dinosaur number 1.
$16 will hits for 5. At this point, the dinosaur is fighting out of instinct rather than any kind of training.
Right, it's just cornered.
Yeah. 15. That one looks in really bad shape now. Number 1 and number 2 are both hurting really bad.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Mannix.
Mannix,
You will.
should I move a little bit?
I am emboldened. No, it's fine. Well, you could. I was gonna go talk to tech number 2 with Zaka. Yeah. Come out and do the same thing. Oh, why did it roll the damage?
That's really weird.
Oh, because I hit the wrong button. Sorry, never mind. There we go. 21.
21 will hit. Where'd you go?
19.
He's underneath the other.
I'm
copy.
underneath the hunter, yeah. The lady.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Attacking number 2.
That will kill number 2.
And then 9 damage will fly down to...
And that is exactly to kill number 1.
Twice in one combat!
Yeah. He's the ultimate at coming into people that have like 10% hit points remaining. Take him down. The guards are done. You've got the Allosaurus.
I'll get out of the way after I do that.
1 dinosaur remains.
Let's see.
I don't know if you can actually control or not, but I can move it for you if you want.
He's going to back 30 feet away from the Deinonychus. And then pounce.
Alright.
Just like, he's getting ready for a
Runs
race.
back, yeah.
Like a,
Rawr.
like a dog on a chew toy.
DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh god.
I didn't know things that big could pounce. It's
He's probably the biggest one that can. He has
Yeah.
to hit with an attack, doesn't he? Hits it with a claw attack, yeah. So roll a claw attack. This is similar. This is, in fact, it's the exact same mechanics for the pterafolk terror dive. They have a air pounce, I guess, except instead of knocking him prone, it does the fear. 13 will hit, so now I need to roll the strength saving throw. Fails, so the pounce is successful.
He's knocked prone.
Yep.
And I can bite on my bonus action.
Yes, and you can roll the damage, obviously, for that claw.
Oof. That's bad damage.
You're right. Yeah, you rolled 2 and a 1. Well, you rolled. No.
Oh, wow. Looks pretty bad, though. Then it's your turn
So it's
proper.
prone right now.
It is prone, yep.
There and just smack it with your shell leg.
Smack it with the shilly leg there, Theron!
I can't actually make it there.
Yeah, I guess.
Do it with my shill leg.
I'm corrupting all of you.
Yeah.
You won't be able to call it correctly.
I'll never think of it that way again. Every time I see that.
I'll do that.
Alright. I'll find its mark. It looks like it's in pretty bad shape, Kaless. It is prone.
30. 25. That gives me advantage, right?
I believe it does.
Alright.
It is on the ground. Like stabbing a dinosaur crumpled on the ground.
I'll come and put it out of its misery. Apologize that its owner didn't know when to run.
I'm sorry. You deserve better than this.
Alright, you do indeed put it out of its misery. The area finally lays still.
I'm
Zaka
immediately going over to that guy and looting his ass.
calmly transforms back into herself and nods at you all.
I give her a fist bump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very
Good work.
impressive. I was not sure how you all would do, given the fight you just had.
Yeah. I don't know how that turned. Giant dinosaur and
Um,
Oh yeah. Totally looting this guy.
yeah. Let's give me a D100.
Oh dear.
This is just kind of for the group. You're not just. This is a kind of a
Yeah.
group treasure.
like all the enemies.
Yeah, we're just assuming you're going
Okay.
around and checking everyone's pockets.
Yes, Tiny Dancer, I told the dinosaur to look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
That's right. Tell us where we're gonna move to. The story of our home.
Okay. Give me a 2d4. Okay. You find between the four of them, you find, between all of them, you find 4 small gold bracelets. Look like they are worth some money.
Okay.
Now give me a 66. You find 1,700 copper pieces.
Dear Lord.
Give me a 3d6. Yeah, these guys were definitely packing. It looks like they've been,
Looting all.
yeah. You find 1,300 silver pieces. And give me a 2d6. Oof. You find 100 gold pieces.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
'Cause you'll probably be needing some healing back in town now.
I know. Some of us have to
That's
pay the
gonna-
fucking premium.
Some of you gotta pay the piper when it comes to that. But yes, now you all can get in your nice hut and get a much needed long rest. And
Before we do that, is there anything on his body that would make him, like, denote him as a captain or whatever rank he was for the Flaming Fist?
He's got his armor, whatever armor he's got, chainmail or something, had the insignia emblazed on it. But otherwise, you're not sure if he had anything that was a signifier.
Okay.
You guys
Anyway.
were nothing more than like thugs out here robbing people. I mean, at the end of the day, they were just
I just thought I'd get the insignia. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's-
Send it
I was
back to
thinking
them
about
and
that
say,
too.
This is what happens when you mess
Oh.
with the wrong.
that's actually not where I was going with that. I was like, pretend to be them, but no. Threaten them with it.
Yep. So I'll work at getting the insignia off.
Nice. Alright, so yeah, y'all can get a long rest here, and it sounds like we'll be going back to Port 9 Zaru, and then getting on the ship from there.
I think that was the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I put the monies for each of us. Someone might want to give Gillian that money since she's not here.
Okay, I'll put that in there. Alright, I think that will bring an end to our session this evening. Next time we'll be going back to the city.
Back to the city.
Back to the city. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you all to the wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/roguewatson if you would like to support the channel. Live streaming our D&D adventures every week. See you all next time.
Bye. I really don't know how that fight turned around so quickly. We were losing very badly, and then all of a sudden we were...
I have one word for you, and that's Kaless.
Well, yeah, the one hitting the leader is...
Murderizing the boss, as she did in the Firefinger encounter.
That's, twice in this one session.
Yeah.
One hitting the leader.
I'm only good for one hit. After that,
Opening hit. That's all the assassin did.
That's all you need.